Hey up my little loves, welcome to Movie Massacre Podcast, and this week we're going to be talking about a few movies that I've seen: Smile 2, Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, and Terrifier 3. And lastly, Alien Romulus. We'll also be talking about the subject of, is nudity and sex really needed in horror? And I'll be giving my thoughts on the new 28 Years Later trailer, and we'll also be having a quick talk about future projects on the channel. If you know me, you know that I love the Ghostbusters franchise, and I recently watched Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. I've actually seen it quite a few times now, because I went into the cinemas and watched it, and I came out just disappointed. So I watched it a few other times to see if I'd changed my mind, and I sadly didn't. It actually got worse for me. Ghostbusters Frozen Empire seems rushed to me. It seems like it were made for fun, just to get Funko Pops and figure sales out there. The characters, Ray, Winston, Venkman, don't feel like the characters that I've seen in previous movies. The comedy in the original movies are very adult. This one, there's a little bit of adult stuff, but you can tell this is just fully aimed at children and selling products, which I didn't like. In the Ghostbusters, one of the things that I didn't like is, in previous Ghostbusters films, there's always that feeling of dread. You can always feel the big bad is there, even when they're not in scenes. In this one, it didn't seem like it was there at all until the end. Just like they showed you in the trailer, where New York was frozen over. That only happens at the end of the film. And Garaka only gets out of this orbed prison that he's in towards the end of the film. And what I didn't get was, tell me if I'm wrong in the comments below, but he needed Melody or Melanie, who was a ghost, to get another ghost to get him out of the orb. He could possess them and then escape the orb. He needed let me say that again. He needed a ghost to get another ghost to get him out of the orb. Why didn't he use Melanie in the first place? She's a ghost. Made no sense to me whatsoever. Another things that made no sense to me whatsoever was Ray goes to the library in Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. Guess which ghost he sees, everybody? The librarian ghost from the first film. Yay! It's just so people can go, oh look, I remember that. Terrible and rushed. Here's what they could have done better. At the beginning of the film, Ray, Venkman and Winston could have gone back to the library to catch the ghost that evaded the team all those years before. That's how you do good writing in a movie. There were also too many things in this film that was put in it just to say, do you remember this? Do you remember these toys? And funnily enough, they re-released the Kenner line of Ghostbusters toys recently, and there's just so many references to the Kenner figures in this film, and I just didn't like it. I tried to think, well, is there a good reason why any of this could have been in? And no. If you want your film to work, it has to be to a full audience, not just a bunch of people that have watched the previous films before. There was too much going on, too many characters, and it was rushed. Lucky and Podcast had no reason to be in this film other than to say, oh look, Lucky and Podcast are here. I think they managed to drag Podcast into it because he's lied to his parents, said that he's in college or something, I forget what it is. And Lucky's just there because she's Spengler's girlfriend. No reason for him to be in it. Other than just let's get these characters in this film from Ghostbusters Afterlife. Here's how you make it better. Oscar. Why not have Oscar in it? Because he obviously already would or could be living in New York. That makes actual sense, right? That makes sense instead of just forcing a character from one place of the United States to another just for really dumb reasons. There are also new proton packs in this. And guess what, everybody? They serve no purpose. They serve no purpose. They introduce it so the fans are like, oh, look at it and think, oh cool, they've upgraded stuff, and then it fails. Another pointless thing that was in this film. And this film was also made for the TikTok generation. It was just quick, let's get from this scene to this scene, and everything just seemed off and seemed rushed. It was not carefully written whatsoever. It didn't know what direction to go in. And I'm going to say this because I've said it before, and I do mean this. And I do not like Ghostbusters 2016 in any way, shape or form. But that movie knows what it is. It's got a direction from go to A, from the start of the film, to B to the end of the film. It set its path and it goes there in a nice, smooth way. Not only that I like, but it does it. This one, no. It goes from A and then just goes everywhere, but you wouldn't expect it just for the sake of it. Filler scenes, things that don't matter, movies inconsistencies. Hey, have you seen this figure? Look at this toy. Do you have the Ghostbusters Marshmallow Man Funko Pops yet? Well, we're going to shove some in here more. Look, these are cute. Buy them. The even after credit scene that they put in these cinematic universes for some reason at the end isn't a nod to some other big bad coming. It's just a bunch of those fucking Stay Puft mini puffs in a truck. That's it. And it's just shoved in there at the end just to say it. Look, don't forget to buy these on your way out. I do love the Ghostbusters franchise. It's my franchise, but just because I enjoy it, it in no way, shape or form does it mean I'm going to kiss its ass just to kiss its ass. It is a very poorly written film. And people are lying and saying it did well in the cinemas. It didn't. It was mediocre at best. It didn't do very well at all. So I'm surprised they're actually going to make a sequel to it. Anyways, what did you think of Ghostbusters Frozen Empire? Honestly, if you liked it, that's great, but I didn't. Let me know what you think in the comments section below, and I'd love to have a chat with you about it. Is this what fans are really coming to? I recently saw a post about Neve Campbell, and she'd got a bob haircut, and some people were tweeting saying she's got a bob haircut. It's the same haircut she had in a previous Scream film. This means that this next Scream film is going to be incredible. Because she'd got an haircut. Because she's got a bob cut means the film's going to be incredible. Can you feel how fed up I am in my voice? Because she's got a bob cut, it means the new Scream film is going to be incredible. Is that is this the intellect we've got now? The fans have got. I mean, come on. I don't understand horror fans these days. I want new original horror. Oh, and then they ask for sequels. I want more Halloween films, please. I just don't get it. I don't get it. So, obviously the new Scream film's going to be amazing, everybody, because she's got the same haircut she had in a previous film. So, therefore, the new Scream film is going to be an absolute baller of a movie. I don't get it. Recently, I found out that there's a 28 Years Later trailer out. I loved 28 Days Later. It was brilliant for its time. Incredible film. However, I watched part 2. I didn't think much to it whatsoever. There was a few really good scenes in it, but the movie as a whole, didn't work for me. So, and I don't understand the interest in the newer one, because it just looks like Walking Dead. It's Walking Dead's dying out now. Let's bring another old horror zombie franchise back to life. So they've just done this instead. And if you've seen the trailer, people are saying Cillian Murphy's dead because he's in the trailer. Why would you put him in it as a zombie? He's a relatable character. Why would you alienate your audience and already show that he's dead in the trailer? I never understood that. Hopefully it's not. Hopefully they haven't made that bad decision to put him in there. I hope not anyway, because it already tells you, hey, don't get invested in this character because he's dead. Because in this one it looks like it's on the island where the first one ends, and then you see his character in the trailer. It's supposed to be his character, people are saying, and some are saying it isn't, but we'll see eventually. But to me, not my cup of tea, this one. But I do actually hope, like I hope most things do, because I can be negative, I've got to admit, I hope it proves me wrong. Last night I watched Smile 2, and I'm sorry to say, it was garbage. I loved the first one, really enjoyed the first film. She almost had the demon beat in the first film, which was a nice touch, but you know, it's a horror. Things go from bad to worse, and it did. And this second one, I feel like alienated its audience from the get-go. It's a pop star. We follow a pop star. If you don't like pop music, a lot of people aren't going to watch that anyway, in my opinion. It did put me off because I don't like things like that. But it was on streaming. I just thought, what the hell, I'll check it out. People are saying it's good. And I didn't like it. This character in this film, from the get-go, has no chance of beating this monster if you watch it all. She just simply gets absolutely annihilated from start to finish in this film. And I also felt robbed because you find out, spoilers ahead, the only part of this film that matters is the beginning and the end. All the middle never existed. It was they were all events that this creature had created to send her crazy. Bollocks, right? I just didn't get it. I don't know why they chose to do that, and this creature in this one is too powerful. It cannot be beaten. It can change your reality. It can do whatever it wants, and you cannot beat it. So I don't understand how you can get invested in it. 'Cause some investments are, oh, this creature could actually die. They've found a way to defeat it, and this does happen. However, the creature ends up, you end up finding out that the creature made it up and was in control the whole time. It was to make her think that she was going to win, so we can get her in an isolated area and then get a hold of her. So it can't be beat. It annihilates her. And this movie is, if you kill yourself, the creature torments you to a point where you want to kill yourself. And if you kill yourself in front of another person, that creature gets passed on to the person that just witnessed it. And you have to do the same thing. You have to kill yourself, and the curse gets passed on. But being a pop star, this is the only interesting part. The part that I liked about it is she kills herself in front of a whole audience that have come to watch one of her concerts. Is that real? We don't know, because most of the things in this film kind of happened but didn't. So in the third film, is it going to be a worldwide spread of this demon being inside people? I don't know. The world has seen it. I don't know how the hell they're going to handle that in the new film, other than, we can make loads of spin-offs of this now and make more money out of it, which then it just ruins, to me it's just nonsense then. I'd like a story where it's definitive. There's a start and there's an end. The creature dies or the creature wins. But I want it to stay like that. I don't want loads of convoluted shit where we don't. It's like the Evil Dead franchise. Like, it's just like that. We've got Ash, and it even says in the book, Ash defeats the Dead Ash. But we never got to see it on screen. It never finished. Give us that ending, damn it. Like most horror franchises, you never get a definitive ending, and it sucks. And I just want that. I'm tired of seeing franchises that don't do that for us. And it's not a very good film, in my opinion. If you enjoyed it, let me know. Start a conversation. If you liked it, good for you. But for me, is sex really needed in horror? Do we need to see nudity in it, really? I mean, who doesn't? But when you really think about the deep, dark secrets of Hollywood, you don't need to see it, do you? From watching older films, and it's like an iceberg. You get them writing things for actors and actresses so they can see them nude. And it's, to be honest, it is disgusting, isn't it? And this goes deeper than that. It goes way deeper than that. It goes to, like, from the Weinstein stuff where they exploit them. It's, you do me this favour behind the scenes and I'll get you this role. That still happens. It still happens. And then you've got this role, but you have to be nude in it. It's just so we can see what it's like to see things happen to you on screen. It's sick. I don't think it should happen anymore. I think you can do it in tasteful ways. But a lot of the ways it's still exploitative of the actor or actress, and I think it's wrong. That person's going to live with that for the rest of their life, and it's also so perverts and sickos can watch things happen to them on the screen saying, now I know what they look like while this is happening. And it is sick and disgusting. That's someone's family member. And yeah, I get it. You can say that, they said yes to do it, but a lot of them have been manipulated into doing it to get a job so they can pay their bills. And sometimes they don't have that choice, but the person offering them to do that has that choice to offer them something different, and they don't. And I think it's wrong, and I think it's disgusting. But yeah, it can be tasteful. Don't get me wrong, I do like exploitation films, but when it comes to your morals, it is wrong. What do you think in the comments? Let me know below. It's an interesting topic. I recently watched Terrifier 3, and was it good? Well, let me tell you, I loved Terrifier 1 and 2. Terrifier 3, not so much. It's good, but it's the worst of a bunch of good films. There's a lot of things that I felt was wrong with this movie. For instance, Art the Clown is a great character. He can hold his own. But for some reason in this one, they give him a mouthpiece. There's another villain in this film that's very vocal and talks for him, and he doesn't need that. Art does not need his own mouthpiece. He should have just been in this film on his own. This mouthpiece is the girl from the first film. It's the clown girl. It's the same entity that's his mouthpiece in this, and it didn't work for me at all. And there's scenes that didn't work for me that could have been in this film For instance, Sienna has to go back to the Terrifier to collect the sword. It's just a throwaway line where she says she's just got to go collect it. You never see her do it. And you should see her do it. Because there's scenes in this movie where they're just talking in the dorm. And you don't really need stuff like that. You could have had this scene and it could have been just as good as the clown cafe scene in Terrifier 2. There's a thing where people are saying there's kills in this that are more horrific than the kills in Terrifier 2. I very strongly disagree. The kills in the third one, yet, are horrific. Don't get me wrong, especially the shower scene. That is a damn good kill. The practical effects are amazing, but in no way, shape or form are any kills even remotely close to the kill in Terrifier 2 in the bedroom. It's sick. It goes on for a long time. It doesn't seem to end, and it's disgusting. I don't want to spoil it. If you haven't seen it, that's a kill you need to check out. There's one thing that I do really like in this film though. Art the Clown unsubscribes children from life. And he does it in the most glorious ways, and it is tasteful how he does it. And the reason why I enjoy things like that is when the killer in the film unsubscribes them from life, you know that there's going to be no boundaries in this film, and there isn't. And that's why it's exciting. You don't know what's around the corner. You do not know what Art the Clown is going to do. And for that reason, that's one of the things that I did really like about this movie. But it is done in a tasteful way. You see children's body, you do see them, the body parts getting, just laid around after they've been mutilated. It's incredible, and I love that part. If you agree with it or disagree with it, let me know in comments. I would actually like to know if you agreed with this part of the film, because it was quite controversial at the time. Terrifier 3 also has a really killer song ripped from Ice Nine Kills. You got to check it out because it does have Art the Clown in it. David Howard Thornton also plays Art in this video, and the girl that gets the upside down hacksaw kill done to her in Terrifier 1 shows who stars in this video. The song's awesome, the video is incredible as well. It's like watching a mini movie. If you haven't seen the song from Ice Nine Kills, please check it out below. Speaking of songs, my band's made a song and it's dedicated to the success of the Terrifier franchise. I believe as of right now it's almost at 100 million as an unrated film. And it's the highest grossing unrated film of all time, so congratulations to Terrifier. And there's a song, we hope you like it.
Just bringing back chaos. Fuck up. This is beyond demonic. The room smells of metal and rock. There's a silent figure, something alive but wrong, standing there, and it feels like it's watching. There's not rolling on the floor. No fucked up smile is painted too fresh. Something beyond demonic. Your skin isn't yours anymore. There is a soul in its hand. Seems it's been used before. This isn't death. It's something way worse. So far, your spread opens to life. Blood is disgusting art. You're terrified until the bones, as you trip to the floor. Terrified. Fucked.
And lastly, I recently watched Alien Romulus. I love Alien. Who doesn't? I love Aliens. People say it's one of the best sequels of all time. Alien 3, I don't think it's as bad as people say it is. It had its ups and downs. And it's an unpopular opinion, but I really enjoyed the weirdness of Alien Resurrection. But then there's Alien Romulus. I hated it. This was Alien Greatest Hits to me. It was loads of scenes taken from the previous 4 films and just all glued together to make a new one. I don't know that robot. I don't know what they are. He's in it. They made the character from the first film. He's in this. It's hey, do you remember this character? And then, hey, do you remember the underwater scene from Aliens and the underwater scene from Aliens Resurrection? Well, we're going to do that this time, but with face huggers. Hey, do you remember when she said, get away from her, you bitch? Yeah, well, we're going to say this line as well right here. Also, do you remember the birth scene in Aliens Resurrection? Well, we're going to do it again here. That's all it was to me, just a load of scenes put together from previous films. It looks amazing visually. The aliens look great. Best they've ever looked in my opinion. Although I did like the wet look they had in Resurrection. But this film is a waste of time, in my opinion. The birth scene at the end with the weird alien looks incredible. Fucking terrifying, in fact. Very scary. But I think it's one of the worst alien films in the franchise. Maybe it's worse than 3, because at least 3 was original. And I really didn't like it. But I do understand why some of you did. I understand why some of you did enjoy it. But for me, I think it was terrible. I think it just shows you that they're just out of ideas for Alien now. It's finished. That is in the trash, that film. But if you liked it, good for you. And that, my friends, is the end of this week's podcast. Thanks for listening, and we'll have plenty more of these and more content coming out in the future. Happy Christmas and all that, and join our damn cult. See thee.